just a minute ago. I've been trying to create this for a long time. Everything finally came together. Now is the time. Oh, don't forget the shiitake.
Oh my god. I'm gonna hover over you and record you as you do this.
This is locally grown rye flour. Look at that heart. Oh, look at that. I love pizza.
How did you start making pizza?
Started making pizza with my mom growing up. Friday nights we made pizza, but then I really got into pizza visiting a friend in Tennessee for his birthday. He had an underground pizza business. He opened like 10 to 3 a.m. and I was vegan. All I had to eat was pizza, so I had to abandon my veganism just to survive off pizza. And then I decided, hey, we need a whole grain pizza. Like, I'd never had a whole grain pizza, and started working on it. That was like 12 years ago. 10 years ago, I set my sights on pizza as what I wanted to do. So I moved out to Washington, went to school, studied nutrition, started a farm. Now I'm growing pizza, making pizza, eating pizza. Pizza is ready to bake. Start cooking instantly. So the back crust edge forms first, and you see it starting to bubble, and it just starts to come alive and breathe. Careful, it's hot.
My phone melts. I'm like, well, that was a fun video. So the heat's in the back? Is it underneath?
Heat's in the back, but there's also heat in the stone here, and there's 2 layers of space insulation. And this is silicone, so it doesn't burn the fuck out of you. It's
Rock box.
it's about 680. It's cooling down a little bit. Just turn it back on high. How'd you like that pizza? Pretty good?
It's good. Yeah, you can tell it's good quality. Like, yeah, you're not eating it like, oh shit. You're eating it like, oh, I actually feel like I'm having a meal. My body's gonna be fed. What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So how'd you come up? You come up with this recipe for this whole grain?
I've been making this recipe for, versions of this for 10 years now. But I really got it dialed in, getting local sourced grains. I just started doing sourdough actually a couple years ago, so I was doing commercial yeast, and I've done the same recipe now side by side to my sourdough and just commercial yeast, same recipe. It's 10 times not as good. Alright, so we are ready to top this pizza off. We'll do a tomato sauce this time.
And then, so what you're putting on the pizza, are you growing these ingredients?
I grew the tomatoes, I grew the peppers. I got onions in the ground now for next year. I grew a lot of basil, summer squash. Next year I'm growing a lot of onions. Cheese. Dude. Could be, you might check my jacket. My jacket, yeah. Lighterless.
Do you have certain pizzas that you always make all the time, like recipes?
Yeah, so my standard one this summer is, I really like summer squash. I slice them thin like a pepperoni. And I use that as a base. I've been really into red mushrooms this year. Normally I do yellow onions, red onions. I love shiitake mushrooms. We got a local grower in Bellingham doing that. I really like this salami pepperoni. I brought a little bit of that. We'll have to throw some on. So, onions, summer squash, mushrooms are pretty standard. But you know, this, like, just right here, that's a margarita pizza. Get some fresh basil on it, and this alone is so freaking good. You know, and this tomato sauce, San Marzano tomatoes, is like the ultimate sauce tomato. Maybe we should just do a simple one. What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, we got all this ingredients now.
I know it's hard to resist it.
Maybe the last one will do something.
What's the strangest pizza you make?
I made a kind of a strange dessert pizza the other night. Blueberry jam, peanut butter, chocolate, Asian pears, done nectarines and other fruits. My favorite pizza I did this summer though was a strawberry dessert pizza, and then I did a raspberry savory pizza as well, and the raspberries just made the whole pizza pop. It was insane. It was bioorgasmic to the ultimate level. So you know, it's all about the experience. It's not just about eating. It's about really enjoying the flavors, savoring the food, eating it slowly, you know, and just appreciating the wonderful world of pizza.
Do you ever like fold it up or do anything like that?
Like a calzone?
Yeah, like get a little funky with the pizza
I
styles.
haven't done any calzone yet. Like the style of the shape, you're saying?
I'm just thinking any ways that you can add variety. Because if you're making so much pizza, just...
Well, I mean, you know, I like to mix between tomato and pesto. That adds some variety. But I can't say I've changed the shape at all. I'm interested in trying some calzones. But, you know, there's something about an open-faced pizza that's, I don't know, it's like when you make a calzone, you kind of hide stuff, right? Like, it's not so front and center. And did we get our shiitakes? Yes, we did. Red onion. So we'll do something a little different next time.
Cool.
But I'd love to do a dessert pizza. I might have brought this stuff for it, actually. I didn't bring my peanut butter. I'm going to bring that out. Oh, I didn't do any broccoli. This is some funky broccoli.
What's, when you came out and studied nutrition,
Uh-huh.
that was all knowing that you're going to do pizza.
Yeah, that my goal, like what I wrote to school was, I wanted to like study nutrition, which I'd already been studying on my own a lot. But my idea was to have a restaurant where I can serve people really good pizza and blow their mind about nutrition and the health of this pizza, which they wouldn't have expected, because most people don't pursue nutrition education. So you got to slip it in anywhere you can. So this pizza restaurant experience would be a way for people to learn something new about food and, you know, and be a little surprised, but be open to it because they're eating delicious pizza. And, you know, and just learning about the food system. So the food system is a complicated thing. It's hard to talk about, but pizza can be a platform to talk about these hard things like animal abuse, and just the way our industrialized food system has been created to create cheap food that isn't nourishing to people. And it's just about profit. Food shouldn't be about profit. It's about nourishing our bodies. And when we forget that, we create a lot of problems, and that's where we are today. I believe my pizza can change the world, and I think we're doing it one pizza at a time. And I can take this pizza anywhere you want to go. So that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, the oven. Tell me about the oven.
This oven was just designed in the UK. It came out last year. They've been working on it for about 3 years. It came from a full-size oven manufacturer. They wanted an oven that was accessible to common people because, you know, an industrial pizza oven is at 10 grand minimum. So this is $600. A lot more accessible, and you can same quality. You know, the thing about pizza really wants high heat, and this is a Neapolitan style oven, which is cooking rapid heat, about 800 to 900 degrees in 2 minutes. And so pizza really wants that live flame, quick and hot. So you can't get that in a conventional oven, therefore you can't really make an awesome pizza in a conventional oven. You can make a pretty good pizza, and I spent years doing it. But once I got this summer, it stepped my game up to a professional level, you know, and this is what I've been waiting for. I don't have $10,000 to buy an oven, but I now have a Rockbox spaceship just landed in my kitchen, and now it comes to you in Seattle.
So where are you taking it?
I've been taking it all over Bellingham. I've been taking it camping, setting it up in town. Been partnered with a wine bar just this last week. So I'm going to be a resident pizza maker at the wine bar. And they've got a full kitchen. So it's perfect. And I have another oven on its way in December.
And what do you sell your pizzas for?
I've been selling them for... Actually, I just started selling my pizza. I've been giving them away all summer. But $15 for kind of a standard pizza is my baseline. I'll probably eventually have some like premium ingredients, like if you want to add meat, you know, add a couple bucks. But this pizza, you know, it'll feed 2 hungry people. So $15 for 2 meals is, I feel, is pretty reasonable. And so that's kind of what I'm basing it on. But also, you know, my costs are relatively, you know, they're all premium ingredients. So my costs are a lot higher than your average pizza. But, you know, if I compare it to other gourmet pizzas in Bellingham, they're like $35 for a 16-inch pizza. It's a lot of money. There's another place in town that sells pizza by the weight. And my friend said he went there the other day and spent $27 eating pizza. And, like, that's ridiculous. You know, you shouldn't have to pay that much money. Pizza should be accessible to the masses. Yum. Let me turn this thing up a little bit. So there's a temperature control valve in the back. And what's really cool is this firebox. It's completely cool. You can touch it. I can break this thing down right now and stick it in a box. Like, it's so well insulated. The front here is, you know, 800 degrees and it'll melt your skin off. But it's amazingly functional, versatile, portable. These tripod legs fold up into the bottom and it sits flat. So this thing weighs 40 pounds.
What about your sign? Did you make that?
I know, a friend made it for me. She's a metal worker, and that's kind of her thing, is doing funny signs. Ooh, yeah.
Have you burned yourself?
Just once on the front edge here. Right there, you can see it. It took me like 2 weeks for that to heal up. I just barely nicked it. I gotta make a sign that says like "Do not touch," because I've had some people come up and they're like,
"Oh, pizza!"
Like, oh, and it's like, "Oh, it looks hot." Like, get your thing.
Like, it looks hot because it is hot. You can get another license plate sign that says "Do not touch."
Do not touch. Like
Sweet. What's your company called?
Paradigm Pizza.
And how did you come up with that?
Well, Blake just reminded me, he had recommended that name earlier this summer, and then it came to me in a dream about a month ago. I woke up and I was just saying to myself, Paradigm Pizza, and it's like clicked, because I knew it was the thing. My farm name is Nourish Craft, and I'm kind of thinking about that as a pizza name, but I think Paradigm Pizza, it's vague, but it kind of describes what I'm doing. I'm changing the paradigm, creating a new paradigm of fresh, local, quality, nourishing, handcrafted pizza. So Paradigm Pizza just rolls off the tongue. Just like the pizza rolls off the paddle.
Woohoo! All right, let's go eat it.
That's blackness on that edge of that pizza. Oh yeah. We got a hot oven here, baby.
It's pizza time.
Pretty fun making videos of that, huh?
That's pretty cool.
Like, there's so much going on the whole time.
I know.
Yeah, I've taken like some videos and pictures.
Yummy time.
Whose cup's this?
That's Sean.
That's gonna be hot.
Ooh,
too,
thank
so
you.
know, like
With tea?
That's so hot.
Cool.
All right. It's a pizza.
Pizza, pizza, pizza.
Is that your plate? Oh no, that's jewelry. Or you could just go hands.
Yeah, I don't need to plate.
You could just use that as your plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, did we hand me the phone behind you there?
You want to plug it in?
Unplug it, yeah. I'm just gonna change the music.
Buon appetito! I've got to put fresh chives in this one.
You have to put what?
Fresh chives.
You like your own pizza?
I like making pizza. I always like my pizza. But it's nice when somebody else makes it. Blake's got his hand in the pizza business.
Yeah.
He actually taught me a new technique. Of course I did.
Really?
Yeah, like
When was that?
Because I'd roll out the dough and then I'd kind of flip it onto another surface, but he taught me to just like stick it under there real quick, and I was like, dude, no, you can't do that. And he fucking did it. And now I
Because
do it, so.
that's the nature of their relationship.
Yeah. You won't. Yes, I will. Say I won't.
Like, yeah,
Just did.
if you tell Blake he can't do something, he'll
Which
do
one's
it.
better? What'd you do?
This is tomato sauce with red pepper.
Okay.
Yum. A little broccoli
It doesn't get any
flowers.
better than paradise.
The next
pizza.
one I'll do tomato and pesto mix.
Dang.
This one's good.
Andy, do you want some tea?
Did we find the tripper ever?
I'm not in a hurry for it, but
Okay.
I'll take some.
I'll get you some when you go out there and make the next one.
So, I was thinking about maybe a margarita pizza, just tomato sauce and mozzarella too.
So you meant like a
Any
margarita.
last words? I'm gonna turn the video off in a second.
Yeah, it's my pleasure and honor to be here making pizza with you all, and I'm glad to see that you enjoy it. And it's an honor to be a part of the nourishing process.
Change
Thank
the
you.
paradigm.
Paradigm
Paradigm pizza.
One pizza at a time. Changing lives.